What is so special about football to you?
What's so special about the football?
Yeah.
It's things you meet. You meet a lot of good people in football, a lot of friends, and luckily with football, our football, a long friends for your life, and families and their children. Yeah, it's really good. And the other thing, it keeps you really fit. Keeps you fit and keeps the mental.
Keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, no, it's enjoyable really, especially when you work hard at it. Yeah.
What got you into football?
Quite honestly, when I was young, there wasn't much else to do. So you either play football or cricket. If you didn't do that, you didn't do anything. There was no sports. There were no other things like there are today. Not the opportunities. So it's sort of a peer thing. Everybody from 5 onwards play football. Elder brothers play football. So you sort of slip into it if you like it. That is. I mean, not everybody likes football. But I don't know what I would have done if I didn't play football. Like Alfie said, I don't think I would have had many friends, and and good friends.
Does football still interest you?
Yeah, I'm very involved with football still. The company, they arrange a lot of international matches all over the world. I'm not involved now, my sons run it, so it's travelled all over the world with football. So yeah, I've got interest still, very much.
What does football mean to you in 3 words?
My life. Yeah, my life really, the whole life.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
A lot of fun as well.
Have you always supported the same team?
Well, my local team is Tottenham Hotspur, and I used to watch them when I was about 10. So yes, I can't say that I support them now, but they are my interest, if you like.
I'm the same actually, Tottenham.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in Enfield Football Club?
I was playing for Barnet, then I moved from Barnet football-wise to Enfield Football Club. A fellow called Tom Lawrence, who was a manager, then invited me over. Then I come over and played 10 years here. It was a very good 10 years, playing for the club, the Olympic team and the national team. So it was very good. Yeah.
I was going to say, for me, I lived in Enfield, so they were my local team, other than Spurs. So I used to come and watch them, and I used to play for a boys' club in Enfield, and it was a natural progression really as I got older. So then I came and played for Enfield and started doing the reserves, and went from there. That was how I got involved.
What are your highs and lows of your football career?
Well, personally, I think Alf would say that it's playing at Wembley. I'd say, Alf, would you?
Yeah.
You can't beat that really at our level.
No,
you cannot beat that.
Played at Wembley 5 times, so things like that is nice. Plus, also I think playing for England in the Olympics, that was good as well.
I can't quote that because I wasn't that good. I never played.
No.
What football player has inspired you?
People, this is my earlier age, so I was seeing people like Tom Finney, before your age, but Tom Finney and those kind of players, they've got back their business and really, there's pure like footballers, and it's really good. And as those years go on, so it all happens, and all players come in, and there were different players like Jimmy Greaves and things, people like that, and there's all, yeah. But those days there had a lot of good quality players around.
I don't think any one person inspired me, but I think the inspiration is football itself. That when you're young, you just want to play as well as you can. And I would say that I did watch Alfie play when I was at school. And I think he may have been my inspiration. But no, I think just to play football and play it as well as you can and do as well as you can, and then sometimes you get unexpected things happen, don't you? And you think, well, I never thought I'd do that.
Have you got any rituals before a game?
Yes, personally, I used to just get my mind set, really. So when the whistle went at 3 o'clock, you kind of exploded. And when the whistle finished at 4:45, you can't do no more about it. And that 90 minutes on the pitch, that's where you've got to really put your mind to it. And keep calm and cool about it, really, if you can.
I think most footballers, most sportsmen, if you ask them and they're truthful, they're very superstitious. And you sort of, I can't remember now because it's such a long while since I did it, but there was always sort of, you'd put A a sock on before the other one, weren't you? And you always had to walk out behind somebody else. And I know
Certain exercises.
I was fortunate enough to play in 2 finals at Wembley in consecutive seasons. So for 2 years, I wore the same clothes. Socks, pants, shirt. I did wash them in between, but those sort of things are what footballers do, and we laugh at them now. But the strange thing is, if you do happen to turn up without the sort of lucky socks, you feel as if you're starting off on the wrong foot straight away.
Have you always lived in Enfield?
I have, yeah. Born and bred.
I was born in Islington, North London. Got bombed out during the war. I'm very fortunate. Went to Barnet. My mum and dad went to Barnet, and it was all open fields. So from London to open field, that's where the football started. Yeah.
What exercises did you do to keep fit?
I used to train quite hard.
Yeah.
It was working, running all the time.
I think we did enough with the actual football training.
Yeah.
That kept you fit. I mean, we were here 3, sometimes 4 days a week, or well, evenings, not days, because we were working, and that was a problem really with us.
Right.
I mean, you have to bear in mind we trained very hard and we were very fit, but we also had to go to work during the day, and sometimes that's not easy to do.
And then we used to do the odd in the week, the other day off, to go out for a run, road running a little bit, and things like that. But then when you was running around the roads in those days, there's a lot of smog around.
Yeah.
Fog, and it was chimney smoke, So I'm not sure how good it was for us. I'm not sure.
I've always said that, and I think that the hardest part of training was actually getting up out of the armchair to go. When you were sitting there with your cup of tea and you're feeling comfortable and it's a freezing cold night, you think, oh, I've got to go training. That was always the hardest part. Once you were here and you were with your friends and you were doing things you liked, it wasn't easy, but it was enjoyable.
You didn't have the equipment then, like they got now.
No.
When you go out in the evening training, it was shorts and what they called
shorts. It was cold.
Yeah.
Can you imagine your life without football?
No.
No, not really.
I wouldn't know what to expect without football. I mean, because it's like your focus health, wouldn't it? As we say, like Tuesday, I've got to go training. Wednesday, I day off. Thursday, I've got to go training. Friday, you're thinking about tomorrow's game. Saturday turns up and you're thinking about that. Sunday is like resting after the game. And so it really, I mean, I'm sure a lot of us, our work suffered because of it, wouldn't we, in many ways?
Right.
If we hadn't have been footballers and sportsmen, we probably would have done more in working life.
Yeah.
Why do you think it was so important to you?
For me, it made a new life for me in one way, because when I retired as a business and with all the national teams and all the club sides, was taking on their pre-season tours, end of season tours all over the world, Japan, Australia. So for me as a business person, it turned out very, very kind for me,
Has your family came to any of your games and were they supportive?
In my family, I've got the genes. I have 4 boys. They can all play a bit, but not quite good enough. One was a professional, but I'm not sure he had the right desire. You got to.
I think it gets back to what we were saying.
You've got to be single-minded.
Yeah.
You got really single-minded. In a different era, being honest.
I think it's easy to criticise professional sportsmen, but if you want to be at that level and at the level we were at, which was as good as we were ever going to get to, you had to be single-minded about it. And to answer your question, you need the support of your family, because if you've got somebody saying, oh, you're going to football again tonight, or you're going out again tonight, you're not going to be home, without that support, then it's very, very difficult.
What was the first club you ever played for?
I mean, bearing in mind we probably started out with 5, so we played really at school, if that's a club.
Yeah.
And then locally I played for St George's Boys Club in Enfield, and we used to play in a league that was called the Choir Boys League, but I don't think any of us ever went to church or any of us ever sung.
No, I went to, I think when I first started playing, I can remember playing for the Saturday morning pitchers. It used to be for the children. They started playing for them. Then I went straight from there to Barnet as a youngster, and I was from the age of, I suppose 14 or 15. I was at Barnet.
But this here was my first club after I left school, if you wish. Yeah, Enfield.